Today we're starting off with the eyebrows. I never really do eyebrows on camera, but I decided to just kind of throw it in here since I was getting ready anyway. So I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I changed my shade. I believe I have the shade chocolate or medium brown. Since my hair is lighter now, I had to switch up my eyebrow color. That way it would match my hair a little bit better and they wouldn't look so bold. To clean them up, I'm just using one of my MAC concealers in NC25. It's a little bit lighter, so it's also going to highlight my brow bone. Last thing I like to do for the brows is set them in place, and I'm using my Benefit Brow Gel. For priming my skin, I'm using this Tatcha primer. I got this not too long ago, and ever since I got it, I've been using it, and I do really like it. I feel like it gives my face a smoother finish before applying my makeup. It fills in all my little pores, and it smooths out any bumps from any blemishes that I have. The foundation I've also been using lately is the Cover FX Power Play foundation. Another one that I haven't been able to put down ever since I got it. So I'm using this one. I think I went a little bit too overboard with the amount of foundation that I put, but I wanted to make sure I had full coverage. Also, you're gonna see later on when I finish blending everything out, the foundation is gonna look a little bit darker than my neck and the rest of my body, but in person it actually matches. On camera, it just looks a little bit off. Now that we're done blending out all of that foundation, we can apply some concealer. So I'm using my LA Girl Pro Conceal. This one not only has nice coverage, but I also feel like it lasts all day for me for some reason. It doesn't really have a matte finish either, but I don't know, something about it. It just stays on and in place all day. Before I go in and right away blend this concealer out, I like to let it sit and dry up on my face for about a minute or two, and then from there I start to blend it out. I started off on my chin, and then I moved on to my eyes. And when I'm blending out my concealer underneath my eyes, I'm not blending it out completely yet. I'm gonna blend it a little bit and then also let it sit for another 2 to 3 minutes before I blend it out completely. Bronzing my skin. Some of you know that this is one of my favorite parts of doing my makeup. So I'm using my Sephora foundation stick in a darker shade as a contour or as a bronzing shade. I apply that on the outer parts of my forehead, also on my cheeks, and a little tiny bit on my chin. I didn't show that part on camera. And then before I blend that out, I finish blending out my concealer, and then I move to blending out that bronzer. Now before things start to crease up and get all gross underneath the eyes, we got to set everything in place. So I'm using my Mercier translucent powder underneath my eyes, basically all over the face, because we're trying to make this makeup stay all day long. So I put a thin layer all over, and notice I don't let this powder sit on my face at all. I blend it right in. I didn't apply much powder around my cream bronzer, so I'm setting my cream bronzer with this Urban Decay bronzer. I feel like I just said bronzer like 10 times in one sentence, but you get the point. I'm setting my bronzer in place. Surprise, surprise, I'm using blush in this video. I picked up the new Morphe blush trios and I've really been liking this one right here. So I mixed the two. I mixed the orangey and the more bronzy plum color, and that combination is perfect for my skin tone. It gives me a nice sun-kissed flushed look. For the eyes, I'm just putting on a brown eyeshadow from Colourpop. You can use any brown dark shadow, and notice I'm really only focusing that on my lash line, a little bit higher, but mostly on my lash line. Of course, to make our makeup stay all day and sweat proof, we have to set it with some setting spray. So I first go in with my Urban Decay setting spray, and then I go over with the Too Faced Hangover RX. Since I was already here, I decided why not just throw in my lip color. So I use this one from MAC Cosmetics, and then I put a lip gloss on top. I'll put the exact colors in the description box, and then in a little bit I'm going to show you that I use a darker lip color because this is the lip color I was wearing in one of my recent videos. I was getting a lot of requests to do a makeup tutorial or a makeup look, and this is the lip color I was wearing. It's the Too Faced Brown Liquid Lipstick. Again, the shade will be down below.